it's your girl Stephanie. Welcome and welcome back to Quilting Beauty and Books, my corner of YouTube. I pray that you and your family are all doing well today and that you enjoyed today's video. Guys, today, yes, I am makeup free. And it's for a good reason. I promise it's not to scare you. I am doing a tour of my quilting studio. In this studio, when I am working, it is a makeup-free zone. I don't want makeup smeared on any of the papers or fabric that I'm working with. So, are you guys excited? And besides, this is my first kind of vlog video. So I'm excited to share this piece of my life with you guys. It is one of my ministries, and I look forward to, hearing your comments down below and tell me what you think of my space. So let's get started. I will be back after the video. Some parts of the video, just so you let you know, it is silent because they are photographs, and that was when right after we took everything out of here. So it was empty and they were working on it and everything. So let's get into the video. Okay, this is where you enter the studio and you come down a flight of stairs. Here is Tafari, my 22-inch Anova long arm quilting machine, and it's a 12-foot frame. And underneath, you can see I have some bins, and it's holding fabric, manuals, books, and all kind of good stuff. My purple long arm chair, my mat, that's that gray thing that's down there on the floor. It's supposed to be the length of the table, but I have not put it back together as of yet. Here I have on the back wall, as you can see, there is a light and there is a box for my tripod. The red sticks are called red snappers. I also have a mahogany apple wallflower Bath and Body Works product in the wall there plugged in. On my bookshelf, these are all of my favorite threads in a world globe box that opens up, but I'm not storing anything in it at the moment. And I have some little look like little lunch boxes in there. My cleaning supply. On the next shelf is a box full of stuff that goes with for my long arm, and then I have a traveling bag at the bottom. It's black so you can barely see it. Here on this pegboard I have my long arm quilting rulers. Here is a quilt that I made for my grandmother many years ago. I gave it to her on a Christmas, and unfortunately she passed away, and instead of it going to someone who would love it, I asked for it back because no one liked quilting the way me and my grandmother did. No one in our family, I should say. And then this is a sunflower my daughter made back in July. And on this pegboard, I have some template rulers and my duster. Below here is some threads my friend is on her way to pick up, along with, in the first bin next to threads, are projects that will be working on soon. And the smaller bin with the little colorful things in it are all my bobbins. The black thing there on the table is a bobbin winder. It winds my bobbins for me. And before we go on to the next table, underneath, well, first let's start with this bin right here. That bin contains all of my used batting. So it's like pieces and stuff like that. So if I make something small, if I need a smaller piece of batting, I will go to this bin. I have 2 sewing machines sitting underneath the table. The red bag belongs to my son, and under that red bag is a box full of CDs that I purchased and or got for working, serving in our media ministry at church. Here is a box of threads, more threads that my friend is coming to get. Here on the other table, I have 2 rulers sitting there. In front of the ruler rack is some papers, and those papers were some of the artwork from my children. I used to hang them up on the wall out here. This time I'm going to do something a little bit different with them, and that's because when I took them down, they were removing the existing paint on the walls. So I wanted to do something a little bit different, and I haven't figured out what I'm going to do just as of yet. I have some bins underneath the table, and a game, and a box that had a tablet in it. And on top of the table, back on top, this pile of clothes, they all belong to my daughter Jordan before she passed. What I am doing is I am making bed runners from them. And it will be one for my son, my daughter, and our bed. And with anything left over, I will be making pillows to give to certain family members. On top there is more clothes in the black garbage bag. In the red bucket are some interfacings and some batting that have not been used. In this green bag, there is the several projects that I'm working on from our wedding anniversary when we renewed our vows. The 2 black trays that you see right there, instead of us having a guest book, we had people sign trays, and I have to seal the signatures, and then those trays will be complete. Once I do that, I will be doing a video for you guys, sharing with you guys our experience when we renewed our vows. Here is another bookcase. These bookcases were purchased off of Facebook Marketplace. I am so glad my husband found them. On top there is some colored glass from Dollar Tree. On the top shelf are all quilting books along with an angel and a little pillow that says "so cute." The next shelf are all quilt patterns and things that I found throughout the years since I've been quilting from magazines. I just tore them and stapled the patterns together. That teddy bear belonged to Jordan. Someone, my son's classmate, made the little turtle that was done in memory of Jordan. The next shelf is another angel. I acquired both of these angels at the PX. Is that the PX? Yeah. Yes, the PX in the military base. I'm sorry, I just drew a brain freeze. The PX on a military base when I was actively serving. And on that shelf, there's more quilting books and project binders. The next shelf are all magazines and with the blue sign says a dream. A goal is a dream with a deadline. I thought that was positive inspiration. And on the bottom shelf are all cameras, camcorders, and all that kind of good stuff. Here is a milk can that I purchased. We are going to be working on that when the weather gets a little bit cooler, and the goal is to paint it black and have it ready for Christmas. Going back up, this is the first quilt that I made when I moved here to North Carolina. Next is an old school sewing machine. It has a treadle on it. I believe it is electric. I haven't really opened it up because I used to use it as a makeup vanity, but now I have a different one. And so I brought this one down into my studio, and I set my Bernina Activa 135S on it. If I ever wanted to have my daughter learn, if she ever showed interest in really wanting to learn to sew, or if I had a friend that came over and decided to want to come and sew with me, she is welcome, or he is welcome to it. Right now I have my design wall up, and I have it facing me because I am actively working on a quilt, and the pieces are hanging up here. And then some of them are hanging across my cutting table, which sits in the center of the floor. I just have to get some bed risers to lift it a little bit higher. And that is my ironing station with my broom behind it. And some quilts that I made, except the one that's solo on the wall by itself. That one I did not make. I received that one as a Christmas gift for in our quilt guild. There is my cross. I have a cross in each room of our home. Here are some projects that I am currently working on. One that is already complete because I won it, and I'm not sure as of yet what I'm going to do with it. Here is a cart that sits next to my sewing machine. I have a lot of sewing notions down up in the cart. On top of the cart, I have a bin with my remotes, my toggle locks, and pens and pencils and lead and stuff like that. So I have my air freshener and what is that? Hand sanitizer, 2 Bibles, a CD, and lotion. Next, I have my TV, and I have my pens and scissors and all that kind of good stuff sitting up on top of the table with a Bath & Body Works candle, my stress ball, picture frame that my brother sent me for Christmas one year, and my speaker. And next to that is the Coca-Cola bottle, which I use to hold all of my used sharp needles or razors. Here is my baby girl. Her name is Nomi, and she is my Janome Memory Craft 6600. She is my main girlfriend, and we get along very, very well together, and I am loving her. And that is just my leader bin right here. I keep a lot of scrap material in there. And my core water, even though this is not an advertisement for them, that is the only water I can drink. And we're back to the entrance. I'm not sure if I told you guys, but his name is Tafari, which means he who inspires awe. And I think I'm gonna get that put up here, his name and or my favorite scripture. So we shall see, and I'll keep you guys updated. Well, so what do you guys think? I love how everything turned out. Again, I can't wait to put my scripture or Tafari's name up on my green wall. I look forward to sharing many projects with you guys that I'm working on. I am just over the moon happy of my space. So that concludes today's video, guys. Until the next video, be blessed. Bye.